Alright, how are we looking? Are we live? I think so. It looks like that's good. Did I do this right? Yeah, I did. We're good. Ooh, gotta stretch my back a bit. Alright. Welcome in, everybody. We are back with some more Celeste. More 6p golden attempts and practicing. Last time was a bit of a de-rusting session after my little break. But I think we still made some decent progress. Got a distance PB, worked on consistency a fair bit. I think we're getting close to being back within striking distance of the goal. Who knows how long it's going to take to go from being in striking distance to actually having the berry, but, you know, it's at least somewhat promising how the progress has been going so far. Hoping we can continue with that today. I don't really have much else to say about the game itself. I'll probably jump right in here soon, and I'll spend a little time going for a full deathless run of the final 2 checkpoints, just practicing that a little bit. And then I'll, of course, do a little bit of room by room on the first checkpoint just to make sure I've refreshed that. I'll probably do a little bit of room by room on checkpoint 2 as well, because last time that checkpoint definitely suffered the most, I think, from the break, oddly enough. Hey, Orca, welcome in. So weirdly tired. I'm kind of with you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of with you right now. Just oddly worn out. I'm not entirely sure why. Yeah, I guess I really don't have too much to say. Like, I was streaming yesterday, so I did some yapping then, so I might as well just get into it. I guess real quick, stream schedule for the rest of the weekend next. I'm still tentatively planning on doing Yakuza tomorrow night. There's maybe some talk of doing an offline recording of the Empire's D&D, but I can't really tell if that's going to materialize or not. So tentatively still planning on that, but not for sure. If that doesn't work out, I'll try again probably like Friday night. And if it does work out, there's a chance I could start up the Portal playthrough on Friday as well, but Friday's more of a Friday's more of like a toss-up time slot. I can't really promise anything that day, so maybe you'll see me on Friday, maybe you won't. Not gonna promise anything, but could happen. How close is Yakuza to being finished? It's reasonably close. I think how close it is depends on how much of the side content I actually want to do. Because we're in, like, chapter maybe even 10 at this point of 11. So, honestly, like, the amount of story that's left could probably be finished in a stream or two. But I do still have a lot of other side content goals that I'm working my way through. So that will probably lengthen the ending of the playthrough a bit more. Speaking of longer term stuff, next week from the stream schedule, I can't really give a super detailed, dialed in one. Kind of the tentative plan right now is like a Celeste stream either Monday or Tuesday afternoon. Probably a Yakuza stream on Wednesday evening. And then either the first or another session of Portal, either Thursday afternoon and Friday evening. Yes, everybody say thank you to Pumpkin for the stream title idea. I thought it was quite good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And, you know, I feel like the farther I go into each of these golden attempts, the more I have to reach a little bit for stream titles. So, I think this one turned out pretty well. So yeah, that's the general plan. The Yakuza stream does depend a little bit on when Kane is available, so I'll check with him at some point about next week. But that's kind of the general outline, I suppose. As I have said, Portal will probably be my last summer miniseries. Should run, I don't know. I'm hoping it takes me like 4 weeks, but it might be longer than that between the two games. And the fact that I tend to play games kind of slow, especially on the channel when I'm streaming. But as far as I know, Portal, the first one, is supposed to be a pretty quick and easy game. Nothing too crazy. Portal 2, I think, is a bit longer. So it'll take as long as it needs to, and it might bleed into my school year a little bit, but that's the kind of plan right now. As for my school year, that'll start... When the fuck will that start? It starts like in the latter half of the week of the 16th of August. At that point, if presuming Portal's done, I'll probably pare back down to like 2 streams per week for at least a little bit while I get back into the rhythm of school, but I might bring it back up to 3 eventually. Portal 2 is significantly longer than Portal 1. That is what I heard. So we go Portal playtime. Portal, the original, says it's like... The main story's like 4 to 5 hours, maybe. And then Portal 2... Portal 2's got more of like a 10-hour on average playtime, it looks like. Gotcha. It could maybe be possible to do something like 1 stream for Portal 1 and then 3 streams for Portal 2. That would, I guess, be my ideal scenario, but given how long it can take me to play games, it might end up being longer than that. We'll see, though. We'll see. Definitely something I wanted to do, to get around to eventually. Okay, I think that's enough yapping about future plans. Let's go ahead and get into some Celeste. Hopefully things go pretty well today. I would love to get 6B in the bag before too long. It definitely hasn't felt like as egregious of a grind as like 7A was, but this has still been nothing to snooze at. Okay, I forgot how loud the music in this chapter is. You turn the volume way the fuck down. Ooh, that death count. What do you think? Can we do it before I hit 5,000 deaths? Do y'all believe in under 5,000 deaths for 6B? I'm gonna rack up a bunch of them right now doing some practice, so... Oh, rats. I believe in under 6,000. Diabolical. Under 7,000. Damn! No faith at all. Not that... I probably deserve that, but, you know. What the fuck? Okay, oops. Weird. That was weird. Streams or deaths is diabolical, Orca. Oh my god. 6,000 streams. How many streams have I done in the lifetime of my channel? I don't even know if it would be 6,000. I don't know why I'm terrible at this room right now. But I really am kind of terrible at this room right now. Here, after this round, I'm gonna go and check my YouTube. What the fuck? Why am I dying to the most random bullshit in this room right now? Can I please have my skills back? Or young child. Hold on, let me check. Let's see how many videos there are on my channel. Let's just out of curiosity, how many videos are there on my channel? Yeah, get this. 589. That is the total number of streams I have done. And I think that's including some of the shorts I've done as well. Can I stop being bad at golden feathers, please? Like, that seems to be a big part of the issue right now. Golden feathers take a little bit to warm up, I think. God. There we go. Much better. I don't know why it took me so long to get an attempt like that, but that was very good. That was about where it was supposed to be, finally. Fuck, okay. Oh, I'm stupid. Frozen Loaf, Cool and Composed. Title for 8B. Nice. Would be a bit. It's just him screaming. Cool and composed. That's definitely how I will be playing AB. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that a second time? Okay, my golden feathers are kind of trash right now. I gotta hopefully get those back. Get my skills back on that. There we go. Not too bad on that room right there. God, okay, we're gonna get there. There it is. Okay. Jeez Louise. I didn't die in that room, but that did not need to happen. Ooh, that's a pretty good coffee I made today. I am back to my regular diet of caffeine today. The banana bread yesterday was good, don't get me wrong. But you know, you gotta have a streaming coffee. At least I do. No! Evil. Oh! Sad. Very goofy, silly death right there. Okay. Cool. Whatever the fuck is going on there. Weird as shit. Okay. That's not this typical routing I take through that room. Through that realm? What is my accent? Woo! I almost fucked that up by holding onto the wall too long. What the fuck? Okay, that was weird. I'm not sure why I fucked the ending of this room up that badly there. God. Okay, cool. We're gonna bring it back. It's gonna be fine. What? I don't get why the timing always feels so inconsistent there. Like, regardless of what I do. Like, the strat that I'm currently using for this room feels like it should be very consistent there. Because it works on sort of, like, timed... How do I put this? Like, timed gates, I guess? Like, in theory, I go here, and I start moving, like, a fairly consistent time after that goes. Okay, the ending of this room has been decent today, even if the rest of it has been just okay. Nope, not quite. There we go. Okay. The first half of that run was actually quite good. I could take or leave the second half. It was mostly a lot of stupid fucking bullshit, but... Okay, I know why that happened, but that felt really dumb. Spacing felt slightly odd there, but it worked out. No! Fuck. I do not like this room. Especially that ending is really awful. And suddenly I can't Golden Feather again. Okay, finally. Okay, interesting. Felt a little, no! Damn it. Okay, fine. We'll go again. Nope, we'll go again. There it is. Ah! Little odd, but it's okay. There we go. Okay. The second half of that run was pretty good. He's becoming German. Uh-oh. Actually, I don't know if that's that much of an uh-oh. I'm accidentally changing my accent. That is a lot of I hate spiders, Orca. I actually quite like spiders. I know that's not the most popular opinion, but I do actually like spiders a lot. Hello, Amy. Celeste. Celery. Celeste. Pliers. Crest. Clever. Pliers? What the fuck? Okay, it's just fucking weirdly translating. I don't like the auto Google Translate feature on YouTube chat. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, no, Orca, that's what I started to think afterwards. I was like, wait, that maybe that's not actually that bad. Me, like, just actually up and changing my accent, that's a little odd. But, like, literally halfway through saying that, I was like, actually, wait a minute, that might not actually be that bad. Like, that might be a net positive, actually. What? Why does that happen sometimes? I truly don't understand why that issue crops up every once in a while. I think I just need to let the block fall farther and the issue takes care of itself, but it is really odd. Oops. No, fuck. Okay, hold on. We're still good. Alright, the rest of that checkpoint was hit or miss, but at the very least, I got through the final room without dying. And in spite of the fact that I don't feel like that the final room of that checkpoint should be that hard, it always ends up fucking me up anyways. Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. That's just on me. Like, what the fuck was that? I have multiple recovery strategies for that specific thing. For that very thing happening. I just have to remember to use them. They're literally just climb down temporarily, too. Like, they're actually the easiest shit in the world to do. Little weird at the beginning there, but it's okay. Okay, that was an interesting run. There were a couple, like, really dumb goof-ups throughout that one, but a couple of the rooms that are traditionally very inconsistent for me happened without death on that one. So, I'll take it. We keep going. I will say I am a little worried because I feel like my patience for practice feels a little low today. Not entirely sure why, but just feels like I'm a little low on patience for practicing. Damn, I've done that a few times today. Just not tilted up enough for that little wiggle right there. Little sketchy, but we made it. Oh, what? Okay, that was weird. Okay. I don't know what's going on. My brain feels like it kind of just went kaput. Okay. Kaput? Kaput? There's a couple different ways I've heard that said before. You can go fast enough with there, you can kind of just get to that, get on the other side of that. Like, I don't think, from the beginning of the room, there's kaput, the German word for broken. That actually genuinely might be it, Orca. That actually genuinely might be it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the phrase was referencing. That's okay. Alright, there's Deathless first checkpoint. That's pretty good. Oh god! That was so fucking stupid. Hello, figure. Welcome in. Okay. Weird ending to that room. What the fuck? That usually works better. I don't know what the hell happened there. No! That's so sad. I was odd. Why don't just dash in the wrong direction? Why don't you? Love your tags. I do like the tags that I've sort of amassed for Celeste at this point. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Couple very weird deaths early on in this room, and now my brain just doesn't want to do it anymore. But we must persist. Okay. And then make sure I can do this part. Nope. Nope, nope. Just be more careful. There we go. That's just dumb of me. Anyhow, the ending of that went really bad. It was actually quite good until the very end. They made Gilgamesh better than Saber, so my Saber isn't the main part of the Saber team anymore. He got her into the meta, but still. Caw do cutie Mew Mew song? Could you elaborate on what that means? Oh, pink boss fight theme, gotcha. That felt a little odd. It's okay though. It'll work out. little odd. A little odd. Whew. Okay. Also a little odd, but it worked. Okay, fuck. Okay. Can I stop almost choking some shit? Oh my god. Alright. Okay, fuck. What is happening this attempt? Like, what the fuck is going on? Nothing is going right, and yet I'm somehow still alive. The fuck? Can I have my fucking audio back? What the fuck? Okay, so I don't know what the fuck that attempt was. It was, in fact, the first time I have ever done the final 2 checkpoints of this level deathless. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna take it and move on. Because I think, in a way, the fact that I was able to react to and still get a deathless run of those checkpoints in spite of all of the fucking missteps I was making is a decent sign? Definitely a bit of an odd way to get my first, full... It's just the last stream all over again. New PB, I believe. Well, I'm gonna practice some of the rooms on this first chunk first, but then we'll get into actual attempts. I should have practiced that room a little bit more. Oh well. It's pretty early. Oh my god. What? Okay. Just lock the fuck in! Lock the fuck in, brain. First off, actually calm the fuck down. There's no need to be this. No need to be so high-strung right now. We are still practicing. I'm having some brain moments right now. Okay, fuck. Brain, stop freaking the fuck out. shit is so dumb. I'm kind of with you on figure. I think it'll still just be one ending, but I think the context of the ending might differ kind of drastically depending on, like, your choices. Did you know that the image/icon/banner for your stream on mobile in the notification section is Comfort Misha? Oh yeah, definitely. I kind of set that up. Like the banner on my stream, my channel. Trust, Comfort Misha is a god tier joke. Yep, that is just the channel banner. If you look at it on desktop, you can see the whole thing. It's like just a funny collage I made several years ago. Honestly, I still think that banner is great. I see no reason to update it. Okay, that's good. Oh, yeah, fair enough, Orca. You probably don't have access to that, I suppose. Okay. Definitely gonna keep trying that. Definitely better than 4 AM, yeah, figure. Okay, cool. That's good. Surprised that went as well as it did. Aww. Dumb and bad. Oops. Okay, that was 3 in a row. I guess we can move on. I'll call that good on this room. Doesn't usually have any major issues, but I am going to go through and practice some of these rooms real quick, just because last time they were being they were way more inconsistent than usual. Okay, well that was a deathless run of the first of the second checkpoint on my first go at it, so I guess that means I'm doing okay there. Bleach new episodes. Interesting. I don't really keep up too much with Bleach, but I know that they're like going through and adapting like the final big saga or something right now, which is pretty cool. And they kind of fan servicey. Gotcha. There we go. Hey, CD, welcome in. Very good first run. Unfortunate it died right there, though. Ah! There it is. Ah! Fucking hell! I'm the stupidest motherfucker on earth. What the fuck was that? Sorry I dipped yesterday. I didn't want to get spoiled by the final boss. Alright, fair enough, CD. Understandable. Thought I'd finally solved the puzzle why some no-pun PCs in Xenoblade 1 greet you with something that sounds like yellow. After like 5,000 attempts, I decided I hate this. So valid, so real, so true. Oh, hold on. We got some messages from Figure as well. Way too many people think there will be multiple Deltarune endings when Toby Fox did say there's only one ending. I think there's some like room for interpretation when someone says one ending. Because, like, in a sense, in Undertale, you could say like the neutral route has one ending. But there's some variations to like the final Sans phone call and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think what constitutes an ending depends on how much divergence one is willing to tolerate in their definition of a single ending. Wait, would the roaring just make the entire world in the dark world, kind of? Like you do, like, do you think we'll have to help everyone from the dark world there? It's caused by too many dark worlds consuming the world in darkness, then surely everyone from the dark world should be there if it's just one big room. Instead of prison, people should just tie you to a desk and force you to play Celeste. Oh. It's a worse punishment for sure. I mean, maybe the way I play it. Okay. Okay. I'm just stupid. I'm being dumb. It's alright. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Every death, they remove an inch of your skin? The fuck? That is a brutal Celeste challenge. What the fuck? No. 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 Okay. Every time you die, someone you know dies? Holy fuck. I don't know why we're making up cruel Celeste things, Orca. Fig, you just shot that one off earlier. Right. Right. First checkpoint definitely could be going better right now. We had a really stellar first run, and I haven't been really... I'm not even sure if I've been able to exit checkpoint 1 since then. That's a really irritating overcorrection. Actually, I feel like I've maybe had one more checkpoint 1 exit that I'm... Could be wrong, though. Maybe not. Now I feel like maybe that was part of the first exit. Oh. Yeah, checkpoint 1's not going well right now. That's kind of sad. Because my practice on everything else was pretty good. And I'm just not getting to it. Jeez Louise. I have been really struggling to get runs out of that room in particular. I got another checkpoint out of there. Oh, wait, there was a second run. That's right, because it died in this room. To some fucking... to me just forgetting to dash. That's right. There we go. Alright, here we go. Checkpoint 3. That made me nervous right there. Like, that actually really made me nervous. What the fuck? I have never died like that ever before. What the fuck? I'm so pissed. I need to look at that on instant replay. What the fuck was that? Where the Alright. Over around through here. Yep. This room went pretty good. Nothing too crazy here. No big errors or anything. That's good. Up and around, over, down, over, boom, boom, boom. Spooked me a little bit right there, but ultimately it was fine. We made it through the second choke point room without too much hassle. Over there, up, around, bounce. Yep, that looks good. Then this That room went fine. Then this, then that. Then there. Oh! The jump was just, like, ever slightly too early. Just ever fucking slightly too early. Still a distance PB, so I'm not gonna be too upset about it. But that fucking sucks ass. That really sucks. That is not the room that I should be losing runs to. That room has been very consistent for a while now. Probably like top 5 most consistent rooms in the entire level right there. Actually, other than checkpoint 2. Even considering checkpoint 2, it's still a contender for top 5 most consistent rooms in the level. I'm not sure I've never made that mistake before, but at the very least, it's been a long fucking time. Alright, so... yeah, that's unfortunate. Pretty early for a distance PB, though. I guess that's promising. That dash put me a little closer to the ceiling than I thought it was gonna. Alright, checkpoint 2 exit. Not bad. No! That was totally my fault. Ouch. Ouchie wouchie. Oof. Okay, fuck. I knew that was gonna fucking happen. Oh, I could see that coming. Alright, here we go. This is the third checkpoint 3 entrance of the day, I think. Oh, that's a brutal way for it to end. I don't know. There are a couple moments like that in the level where there's like an initial angle I have to tilt the there's like an initial angle I have to tilt the joystick at to get the golden feather going in the right direction, and I just sort of misjudge it a little bit. Oh, oops. Oh! Oops. It's good. There we go. I just have to mess around with the, like, spacing on that one until I feel comfortable. Whew! That one felt a little awkward, but it did work. Woo, that felt odd. Little odd. Little awkward. Okay. Nice. Y'all. 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 Y'all, I'm gonna fucking cry. That was so fucking stupid. I don't even know if I needed to use that dash to get the extra distance there. Okay. Huge distance PB, though. Absolutely massive distance PB. Thank you for the hydrator dihydrate, CD. I will, in fact, go get myself a cup of water. That was fucking huge. That was massive. Yeah, I saw it coming when I used the dash too, Orca. I was like, oh, that might be it. That might be fucking it. Alright, I'll be back with some water in just a sec. I am back. I am back. Wait, hold on. Okay. I didn't bring water down with me, so you're gonna have to trust me on this, CD, but I crushed like a huge glass of water. Like, I went up there and I was just like, alright, water, 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 water. I just drank all of it. I crushed just a huge glass of water. But then, normally I bring it down so I can at least, you know, like, so that I can at least semi-last room, yeah, about halfway through it. What's crazy, though, is that I think I've had, like, a 4-room improvement to my distance PB today. That's quite good. Ah, it's been a minute since I've done that one. A great day indeed, CD. I would agree. I don't got anything except a sore throat. No! No! I don't know what. The Weeknd got a tattoo of Takemi from Persona 5. That's fucking hilarious. That's just actually fucking hilarious. Guess so. Don't worry, I've had a sore throat for days. I mean, that still sucks, though. That was odd from the start. It's a little homesick and miss playing a game. That's also so fair. Overall, I had fun meeting with someone. A bit weird because his parents wanted to come along to check him out. Yeah, to check me out, sorry. Blah! Can't speak. That is a bit odd. Okay. Whatever the fuck that was. That's fine. That's fine. Huh? Huh? That was sad. That was a very unnecessary death. Good news, the talking went smoothly, didn't struggle too much. Nice! I will, don't worry, Orca. I know there was another message. I just haven't gotten it right. I just only fit in like one message before I started another attempt. Okay. That's fine. What the fuck ever that was. You've seen a picture of him, right? Does he have shaved hair? Is he bald? Oh, sorry. You've seen a picture of him. Man, I cannot fucking read, I guess. Does he have shaved hair? Is he? Very interesting thing to be hung up on, actually. There we go. There's a checkpoint 1 exit. Boop, 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 boop. Again? Brain. Brain. What the frick was that? What the fuck was that? Gotta go pick up a pizza. Alright. CD, you go get you that pizza. Hopefully I'll see you back around at some point, but if not, you have a fabulous evening. That's cooked. Okay. Oops. When that happens, I should just try to back up over there. Gilgamesh's passive is just straight up called in Kiddu. It's pretty fucking funny, actually. Alright, gotcha. Guy named Bob said some mean things, not the best person. So I haven't talked to him in over a month. Okay, gotcha. I think I'm here for the beginning of this story. What the fuck was that? Felt oppressive and said some very mean things. Okay, that was the wording you used. I was kind of reading that out of the corner of my eye. Sunday, he messages me about something, but starts his message by wishing me a good time on my journey. Okay. I have, in fact, not told him I was on a journey. Right. Right. Okay, fine. There we go. Better. Okay, there we go. Not far enough? Ah, that sucks. I thought I had gone a little extra. I tapped a little extra there to compensate for that, but I guess not. What? Did I just not tap enough there? I think I just didn't jump enough. Oh, what the fuck? Very sad. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of your messages, Figure. Gave him some cute green pet only he can talk to that isn't Enkidu but reminds him of Enkidu. And he doubles Saber's ult damage, so you just have to use him. The Rin Archer team is way stronger. It's T0, whilst Saber is T0.5, the one below. So they have it so that there's Ishtar, but she isn't inside Rin, but Rin's ult is Ishtar's bow. It's very confusing. And you don't even fight Ishtar, instead you fight some enemies she has, and Gilgamesh could have chained it down at the start of the fight, but instead it does after. And Lancer wins the Holy Grail because everyone else kills each other. Amazing. Gilgamesh also mega buffs the whole team and works in any team due to the fact that any buffers work, even really old ones. Oh no, don't worry, I just had to catch up on them real quick. I do feel like we're in maybe a bit of an hour or two slump right now. I kind of hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't last too long this time. You know, so there was some really nice progress that was happening for a while there. It'd be nice to get back on that sort of momentum. Oh my goodness, I have not done that in a minute. So how does he know? And given Bob's oppressive nature and how he always wanted to know exactly what I'm doing with whom, sure, it's not hard to believe I got a little creeped out. Absolutely, it's not hard to believe. That was weird. Stupid. Dumb. Stupid. Dumb. Gilgamesh good and needed for Saber. Story confusing. Rin better. Yeah, that actually sums it up pretty well. Also, I have the Virgil chair in my background. What's the Virgil chair? Archer was already one of the main meta teams, so Rin really wasn't necessary, but Saber was kind of meh before. It's odd. I've thought this before, but like basic Saber often gets kind of neglected as like a unit in most of the gacha games I see her in. Like, she's not that good. She's not, like, super meta or great in Fate Go. Honestly, I think some of her, like, other variants are better. Like, Castoria is probably one of the most important units in the entirety of Fate Go. And even some of her, like her summer variant, I think is a bit... I actually don't know this for sure, but, like, I personally find it easier to use her summer version in teams than her standard version. No, yeah. I cannot make it past that room right now. There we go. Oh, really? That room? That room? Oh, that's just cruel. Yeah, the hour 2 slump is definitely in full effect right now. Just some silly deaths to stuff that does not need to be happening. Alright, I asked him and he said he figured because 1, I sent him my holiday times for the year months back. 2, I mentioned I considered going on vacation in summer at some point. And 3, he noticed me being only on my phone over the 2 days. It does make some sense, but it's also, like, a lot of attention to be giving to someone who's not actively communicating with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that requires some, like, both a fair bit of memory and knowledge and, memory and knowledge about past things you've said, and a lot of attention paid to you on a moment-by-moment basis. Like, I do not think I would, like, notice and clock that someone was, like, on their phone more than usual. Does that make sense? Like, that's just not something I'd typically pay attention to. I do notice for some people. I mean, like, maybe someone I'm, like, very, very close to. But yeah, just overall, a lot of attention to be paying to someone who's not actively communicating with you. Ah! Ah! I see. Wow. Oh, hold on. Here we go. More figure messages. Archer was already one of the main meta teams, so Rin really wasn't necessary, but Saber was kind of meh before, and Archer was the free character. Saber costed more, as you had to pull her and her light cone. Then you could Gilgamesh or Archer, but Archer E1 is better than Gilgamesh in most cases. For free, then Rin was the character from Banner. But Rin is just more important than Saber, making it so Saber was just the worst of the four characters. Today they are dropping a support soon, so that is really good for Saber Gilgamesh team, and there's probably a part 3 with Sakura. Because we have heard stuff about that, even though it makes no sense. They will do one free or Gilgamesh or Archer, then Sakura if they do. Okay. They kept Archer and Saber Banner though, so it will probably last like probably till 2030. A better thing they should have done is release Rin, Shiro, and Ilya as remembrance characters as they introduced that when the first collab started, which are all about summoning. They should have summoned their servants. Have fun reading all that. Yeah, that's light work, figure. Light work. Even as a heat of the moment thing, you don't tell someone they'll be at fault as well. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, you don't do that. Yeah, you don't. You actually, like, don't do that. Like, majorly, you do not do that. No. Durga. Brain. Brain, 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 brain! What was that? There we go. Felt like I might have actually been a little too hot. What the fuck? Huh? Just entirely missed the dash crystal. That's really sad. Hey, welcome back, CD. It was Domino's. They have a killer. Domino's did have some good deals. I will say that. If you knew how to game this, if you knew how to game the coupon system, Domino's had some good deals. Oh shit, CD. I keep forgetting. I have a ton of music tangent stuff to tell you about. Like, just a ton. I'm fucking stupid. Also, I might have to leave soon. Oh, that makes sense. 10 like more minutes of run. 10 like more minutes! Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, sounds good, CD. We will do that. Oh, music tangent stuff. By the way, CD, so this happened like almost a month ago at this point, but I listened to the White album, the Weezer White album, and I thought it was pretty damn good. I'm sure you've already done your Weezer Wednesday review for it at this point, because last I checked, you were on everything will be all right in the end, and I remember you liking that one a fair bit. You mix the words go and loaf, you get golf. Alright, here, is this the, where's the Weezer Wednesday review? I'm waiting for it, CD. I'm waiting! Alright, there it is. Let's see what you thought. 80 out of 100. That means consistency, which is something that no Weezer fan is familiar with. Wind in Our Sail was definitely good, yes. King of the World, I remember that one being good. Endless Bummer as well. Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's been sort of one song on that album that has really captured my attention. And it's not one that I would have expected to. It is the, like, sort of album closer, which I think is called I Love the USA. Now, on its surface, it kind of sounds like just, like, a Fuck Yeah USA kind of anthem. But, Endless Bummer is the closer? Is it really? Are we sure? Maybe that's from the deluxe edition. Here, hold on. Let me look at White Album. Because I only ever, Weezer, here we go. Is I Love the USA? Huh. Okay. I did not realize that. So the reason I thought I Love the USA was gonna be the, was the album closer, was because on the deluxe version, the song right after it is like a remixed version of Jacked Up with other people on it. And so I was just like, oh, oftentimes they start the deluxe version with like a remix or something like that. Okay. I Love the USA. Still kind of an interesting thing, though. Thank you for bringing it to my attention that it's on the deluxe edition only. I Love the USA is kind of an interesting song to me, because on the surface it sounds like just a very like fuck yeah the USA kind of album, song. But then if you go to the fucking Genius Lyrics site, bear with me for a second. If you go to the Genius Lyrics page for I Love the USA by Weezer, there are a ton of verified annotations by Rivers Cuomo himself. And if you go to the bridge, specifically, and you check the verified annotation by Rivers Cuomo, it is really... it's almost unsettling. I'm gonna read it out. Actually, no, I might not read it out. I encourage you, CD, at some point to listen to the song and then go check out that Genius annotation. Because it is a... it's a really... It's a really fucking fascinating annotation on this lyric. Like, absolutely, if you have an opportunity, like, listen to the song, maybe even a couple times. Because, like, even before I started looking at the lyrical annotations, I started to notice some, like, undertones on this song. Like, Home of the Brave Dog on a Leash? That's an actual lyric in the song. Yeah, just... okay, I will look at this on Wednesday, of course. Alright, sounds good. But yeah, I'm glad you also liked White Album. It was weird. I felt like I was maybe a little bit more enthusiastic about... I think the White Album actually sounds really fucking good, just like all the way down. Like, pretty much all the way down, I thought the White Album sounded really good. I was maybe slightly more enthusiastic in general about the lyrical content of Everything Will Be Alright in the end. I also noticed that your least favorite song on the White Album was Thank God for Girls, which is a valid take, honestly. But I've actually kind of warmed up to the song a little bit, because I swear to God, Rivers Cuomo is just fucking, like, losing his fucking mind in the lyrics of that song. Like, he's just actually fucking losing it. There are some lines in that song that just crack me the fuck up. Like, the fucking shove a big fat cannoli in your mouth line had me fucking rolling. And then, like, the entire, like, outro sequence where he's talking about... where he's sort of, like, parodying the creation myth from the Bible was fucking... I was losing my shit over that. I have not heard Pacific Daydream CD. I also have not heard anything good about Pacific Daydream. Last run for me? Alright, I'll try to make it good, Orca, but as you might have been able to tell, I've not been super locked at the fucking as of the last few runs. Like, what the fuck? Huh? Oh, goofy as fuck. Alright, but that's a lot of what I had to say about the White Album. You picked out a lot of the same songs I did that I enjoyed a lot. I'm glad you also had fun with it, though. So, Weezer album released in 2017. Very much sounds... Hold on. I think I know what the joke is. Like an album released in 2017, that's all I'll say. You know what else was released in 2017? The Click by AJR. That was around the same time he did the Sober Up collaboration with AJR. Good night. Alright, yeah. Thank you for dropping by, Orca. Hollow Knight was also released in 2017, you're right. Alright. But the Weezer was actually only the tip of the iceberg with what I wanted to, Oh yeah! I think you're right about that figure. Maybe. That sounds about right, time frame-wise, but for some reason I feel like it could have also have been 2016. Breath of the Wild as well? Yeah, you're right, you're right. Okay. Other musical tangent stuff. Here's a quick one that I don't think you're gonna, like, really care that much about. Miniature Tigers released a new album. I honestly didn't think that was gonna happen, because it kind of doesn't feel like Miniature Tigers is a band anymore. I think it's just, like, Miniature Tigers is just Charlie Brand deciding to release some songs every once in a while at this point. And my suspicions were kind of confirmed on that when you look at the, like, songwriting credits on the new album. It's kind of just Charlie Brand all the way down. There are some songs where Charlie Brand is the only person credited on the song. Like, not even, like, mastering and mixing as well. He is the only person credited. Even so, I still thought it was a pretty good album. Not, like, super awe-inspiring. It kind of takes a sound that Miniature Tigers has played around with for a while. Just on, like an individual track on a few albums here and there. And has sort of made an entire album around that sound. I do particularly remember the closer being quite good, though. Okay, CD Projekt time? Okay, hold on. I will do this last run, and then we can do that. I'm glad I got 2 of the 5 albums I wanted to tell you about out of the way. Or was it 4? It might have been just 4, but there was... That's just the Charlie Brand. Alright, there we go. Send it over, CD. What you got? Here, I'll quickly repurpose Punishment Wheel for Google Chrome. We can drop this. And then, yeah, just send it over to me. I like Monokuma and Neko just chilling here. It's fun. But yeah, Charlie Brand. Oh. Yeah, maybe I'll... Okay, I see CD typing, so I don't need to keep yapping. The Leo Arcturus quiz. I'm gonna fail this shit. Oh, fuck. Alright, hold on. Let's see. We good? Okay. Here. Well, no, shit. here's what we'll do. Let's see if it works if I just sort of like this. Alright, here we go. Neko Arc is no longer here. Let me move this below. There we go. Who said this quote? Oh god, it's already good. It's already bad. Who said this quote? Is your that was Priest, I think. I believe that was Priest. As of July 2026, what is the most viewed clip on the Leo Arcturus Twitch channel? On the Twitch channel? I have no fucking clue. I actually have no clue what it is on the Twitch channel. I know what it is on the YouTube channel. I'll come back to that. Officer Meekins? I'm gonna come back to that. Oh, this one I can do. From first to last, what was the order of the routes that the Empire's gang played Katsuo Shoujo? Rin Hanako, she's an Amy Lily. I'm pretty sure that was Marak who said that, but I'm not 100% sure. You did make these hard. I'm gonna have to come back to this one. Which of these is not a stream that has been used? Oh, fuck. Just Another Circle to Square. I know I used that one. Strawberry Jellies, I thought this was Strawberry Jam. I believe I used... Escaping Cloud 9, I think. I don't remember doing that. How many days did the original meme thread last for? I'll go back to that. Suggest a new punishment, I think, is 25,000 crumbs right now. Which, okay, this one I'll be able to know. I'll be able to do. Beast Den. What was the date of the first, it should be July. Okay. I'm definitely not gonna get all of these. I'm gonna be so upset if it's caught in 4K, but more like 1080p. That's not even that funny of a clip. I just said some bullshit, and I was like... I said some bullshit, and it was bad, and I was like, that's a bad joke, and I didn't even commit to my joke. And I was like, I hope no one heard that bad fucking joke. And then Marak was there. It could be this one, honestly. I would not be surprised if it was that one. Yukiko vs. the World did actually pretty... I feel like that one did decent on YouTube, but I don't know how well it did on Twitch. This one, a Peter Griffin one is old and very iconic, and it's somewhat one I revisit a lot, so I'm kind of erring on the side of that one, but I definitely could be wrong there. Officer Meekins. I feel like that was Marak or Whiskers, but I actually don't remember. Like, I kind of don't remember. My gut is saying Whiskers, but I don't know that for sure. This one, I think this is Marak. I could be wrong though. There's a bunch of these that I'm like on the fence about. How many days the original meme thread lasts for? I actually do not fucking remember. Like, I truly don't remember this one. I believe in you, CD. I feel like you got to 84. We'll see if my faith was misplaced. Alright, let me go through this one more time. This quote I know for a fact is CD. Or sorry, not CD, fucking Caprese. Actually, the vowels on that fucking line up better than I thought they did. Anyways, Caprice is this one. As of July 2026, what is the most viewed clip on the Leo Arcturus Twitch channel? What was unjustifiably unrefined? That's not the one with the, like, curvature of the spout, is it? Because I feel like the curvature of the spout one was only a YouTube clip. But I almost feel like... Did I repurpose some of those titles? No, I feel like Unjustifiably Unrefined was something else. Enrapturing Eloquence, you're right. Okay. I actually don't remember Unjustifiably Unrefined. I don't know why... Like, the weird thing about that is that the name of that title is, like, ingrained in my memory. It's ingrained in my memory. Like, that's an iconic alliteration title right there. But for whatever reason, I'm, like, blanking on what clip it actually was. Damn. I still feel like going with the Peter Griffin one here. I still feel like going with that. These 4 clips are the top 4. Okay. How the fuck is Yukiko versus the world top 4 clips on my channel? How is that? Okay. It's a pretty funny one, I will say. I'll you know what? It is a pretty funny one. Oh, Yukiko, that was lovely. Cotton, I would be so disappointed if Cotton 4K, but more like 1080p was the most viewed clip. I'm disappointed that's top 4 at all. I don't even, like, just from a very basic perspective, I don't even think it's that good of a clip. The rest of these, I think, are good contenders, but, like... I at least get it. That one, I just don't feel like that's that good of a clip. I am, I think, gonna stick with my gut and go Peter Griffin here. It's one of the oldest. It was very iconic. I know it was revisited a lot by both me and the Empire's gang. So I'm gonna go with that one, even though I'm not 100% sure. Officer Meekins... I really do kind of feel like that was Whiskers. But it definitely could also have been Marok. I am, like, this one down here, like, I genuinely think I do remember this clip now. It's the one, I feel like it's the one where Whiskers kept... Was it? I feel like it might have been the one where Whiskers kept interrupting people. Accidentally. This one I know for sure. Yeah, this one, and this one I'm really not sure on. Escaping Cloud9. I know we did something like Who Killed Madeline. I know there was something along the lines of Who Killed Madeline. I feel like CD could be doing something sneaky and, like, pulling in, like, a non-Strawberry Jam one right there. Like, it's just... Escaping Cloud9 sounds the least familiar of all of these. One is just made up. If one is just made up, I feel like Escaping Cloud9 is probably it. Because I know for a fact I did something similar to Who Killed Madeline at some point. I know that one's not completely made up. Unless, of course, like, it was a backlog one that I never used. And CD just happened to come up with it? That would be really fucking weird if that was the case. But I know something related to Who Killed Madeline was used at some point. And the middle two I know for a fact were stream titles at one point. Again, I'm gonna believe in you, CD. I believe that you made it to 84. How many crumbs does suggest a new punishment wheel redeem cost? Pretty fucking sure it's 25,000. Actually, is it? No, wait, because, like, ukulele was 25,000 before I bought... It might actually be 20,000 right now. It'd be so easy to check, but I'm not going to. I believe in the spirit of the quiz. This one I know for sure. Trust. I remember every fucking place. I remember every fucking place a Hollow Knight Steel Soul run ended. Trust. First one ended to Hollow Knight. Second one ended in Crystal Peaks on the Crystal Heart Gauntlet. Third one ended in Soul Sanctum when I forgot to heal. Fourth one ended at Nosk Fight. I know every fucking place a Hollow Knight Steel Soul run ended. This one I also know for a fact. Like, I'm not sure I would have been able to tell you the day it happened. But I know for a fact the month it happened was in July. So this for sure is July. Okay. I am remembering now the original cost for the ukulele redeem was 25,000. I think I increased it to 35,000, or I was at least planning on doing that. And I think I increased... I know both suggest a new punishment and... Or are they? I don't fucking know. I don't know! I'm pretty sure this one was Maroc. I truly cannot remember if Officer Meekins was Maroc or Whiskers. Like, I actually can't remember anymore. Officer Meekins is diabolical, by the way. Alright, I'm gonna go through this one more time. This is Priest. This one I don't know for sure. I just don't check the view numbers on there. So I will go with this one. This one truly could be Whiskers or Priest. I'm gonna go with Whiskers. The only reason I'm leaning towards Whiskers is because Meekins was introduced kind of late into Phoenix Wright, and I feel like Whiskers just didn't have a ton of characters back then. So I'm gonna go with Whiskers there. Rin, Hanako, Shizune, Emi, Lily. I do remember that for sure. Yes, I do remember that for sure. Who was this quote said and who was it directed to? Said by Maroc, directed to Whiskers. I feel like that's true. Unless it was Priest. Would CD have put two Misha quotes into a single thing? No, I feel like it was Maroc. I feel like it was Maroc. I'm gonna stick with my gut on that one. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna stick with my gut on these at this point. Let's see. View score. 8 out of 10. Okay, not too bad. The one I fucking didn't remember. God damn it. Okay. Whiskers from... Okay, I'm glad I aired on the side with that. And then original meme thread. Okay, you know, now that I know it's 75, that just sounds right. Because nothing would stop me from getting a peek at those honkers bonkers. Oh, you're right! How could I forget? Okay. I'm not too upset. 8 out of 10 with questions this obscure. That's alright with me. That's okay with me. Thank you so much for making this, CD. That was a lot of fun. Solid B. Alright. But yeah, not too bad at all. I am not surprised at all I didn't get this one. Like, this one... I'm really not surprised at the 2 that I didn't get. The rest of them, I feel like there was, like, at least a chance of me getting right. This one was just... This one right here, pure guessing. Pure guessing. I just do not pay attention to that. And this one was long enough ago that a specific number was probably going to escape me. I thought I put the questions from easiest to hardest. This one was definitely not the hardest. I will say, honestly, this one was pretty tough. These 2 were not terribly difficult. This one was tied to some major life events for me. This one was tied to some major life events for me. So, like, I do know exactly when, like, I know the month that this happened. Like, that I do remember very well. Also, this one right here, like, CD. Do you have any idea how much pain each of those caused me? How the fuck would I forget a place where a Steel Soul run ended? For someone who is not me, I agree that these 2 questions probably would have been some of the hardest. Like, for someone who isn't me specifically, I do agree that these 2 would be some of the hardest questions. However, for me, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not surprised about the 2 that I missed. The other 2 I had, the rest of them I had at least a fighting chance of reasoning them out. These 2 are either just, they're numbers I either don't pay attention to, or are tied to something far enough in the past that a specific number is probably going to elude me. Alright. Overall, though, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm happy with my performance there. Alright, let's see. We're about 3 hours. I'm gonna keep runs going for maybe 15 more minutes, I think. Can I have video back, please? Can I have video back? It occurs to me, you all. Permission to retangent granted. Alright, sick. Okay, CD. I do want to mention something to you. This one I think you'll actually be at least somewhat interested in. Because this right now is a candidate for my album of the year. Just for what has come out so far. And it is the self-titled album, the first and self-titled album from my new band, Believe. And my new band, Believe, was formed by Cameron Picton, who is one of the members of Black Midi. But I gotta say, it sounds even less like Black Midi than the new sound did. Like, I think it's an even bigger divergence from the sound of Black Midi than what the new sound was. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but it's all acoustic, basically. Like, there's a very big emphasis on, like, acoustic guitar. There is little, I think he got actual musicians to play just about every instrument on the album. Like, there's not a ton of, like, digital instruments at all. If any, to be honest. There might not be any. Which is kind of cool to hear. It's very, very intricate music, but it's still manages to capture some of the, like, frenetic energy that, like, Hellfire and the new sound have, whilst using like a much more subdued instrumental palette. Personal favorites off of I think the album is very, very good most of the way through, with like maybe like a slight lull in the middle. Like the first 4 songs are all great. Target Practice I love as an opener. In the Blink of an Eye is good. Heart of Darkness, Love Song. Then there's like a small lull around Pearls and the song after it. But it finishes extremely strong with Actress and One Night. If you were to start anywhere with it, honestly, like, the first couple songs is gonna give you a really good, like, is gonna give you a really good introduction to the sound of the album. But my personal favorite are the final 2. Actress into One Night. So yeah, that is currently probably my top contender for Album of the Year. I think it's just so pleasing and engaging to listen to. So that's going to be a really big, huge recommendation for me. Who knows? You might not get as much out of it as I did, but I think it turned out very, very well. So that's one of the big 2026 albums I'm hyped about. There is also another big 2026 album I'm hyped about, and that is called... I actually referenced the album title with the second to last Deltarune stream. And the album is called This Music May Contain Hope, which, I gotta say, is a pretty fucking iconic album title. I have seen some... It's... okay. I will say, like, it's maybe a bit theatercore, in a sense. But I think it's, like, rather tasteful in that. Theatercore? I don't know. I hesitate to call it theatercore at all, because I feel like it's a bit more tastefully done than that. Like, it's just sort of, like... It's framed... The album is sort of framed as if it were a film score. Like, it's sort of... Yeah, it's, like, it's framed as if it were a film score. But theatercore is a sleeper agent phrase for me. The song off of that album that's gotten quite popular is Where Is My Husband, which is just... That song is just plain fun, in my opinion. But there's a lot of good material on there. I honestly, CD, the song I think that it is most likely for you to unambiguously like is Joy. And perhaps I Will Overcome as well. Both of those are really, really good. One of those is, like, early on the album, and one of those is late. But honestly, I think the album is just a lot of fucking fun. Like, I have heard some complaints about it being overly theatric and overdone in places, but I think it's just a lot of fucking fun. Like, truly, I just think it's fun. So, that's another big recommendation for me. I think it is less likely that you end up really liking that album than My New Band Believe. But I do want to, I guess, I'll say specifically Joy and I Will Overcome to your attention. I think there's a solid chance you like both of those songs. If you do like both of them, the album covers a lot of ground when it comes to sort of, like, genre influences. There's a lot of fun, like, vocal jazz type stuff that the album dips into. There's a fucking... Okay, I have to say this. There is a Hans Zimmer feature on this album. This album has a fucking Hans Zimmer feature. What in the absolute fuck? That just cracks me the fuck up. There's also, I think his name is Al Green, who, is an artist whose voice is, like, instantly recognizable, even though, like, I couldn't necessarily say off the top of my head what his most famous songs are. But there's a couple of, like, really high-profile features on this album for some reason, which I find really amusing. But yeah, overall, just a really fucking fun album. I think it lives up to its name. It generally tries to come off as hopeful as possible. Like, it really does try to be an uplifting experience, I think. And I very much appreciate it for that. So yeah, big shout out to that album as well. I think that's all of the albums I've wanted to mention having listened to at this point. But yeah, lots of great material that I've been listening to lately. Really been enjoying all of that. Oh, there was one other album. This one I don't know if to be honest, CD, I'll mention it real quick just for the sake of completeness. It's probably not gonna be as much your cup of tea. It's an artist named Sydney Gish, I think is her name. If you're at all interested in checking her out, I think you might like Imposter Syndrome. That's a pretty damn good song. I know Whiskers likes that one a lot. And so, yeah, that one might be worth checking out for you. I don't really know exactly how to describe her style. Also a little bit more on the acoustic end of things, I think I would say. But yeah, all in all, a lot of great music I listened to recently. That fucking sucks. Every opinion he ever had is invalid. Damn. Poor Whiskers. Entire credibility invalidated by a single opinion. The classic CD dog. Oh, fuck. Welcome back, CD. Oh my god. Ugh, those are not mistakes I like to be making. Let's see. How much longer do I want to do here? I think I'll keep runs going for 5 more minutes. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Teal album, woohoo. I have heard actually decent things about Teal album. Like, I've heard it's just all around a pretty decent covers album. I've, of course, heard the Africa version, which is a pretty good cover of Africa. I'd say it's definitely an adequate cover there. Covers are good, but completely unambitious. Yeah, I haven't heard, like, oh, this cover really advanced the sound of this song. It's just, I've heard it's a perfectly adequate covers album. I'm very, very excited for you to get to, OK Human. Because I really fucking loved OK Human. I thought that was a phenomenal album. Second half was maybe a little bit slower than the first, but still overall is a really, really great listen. And they bring it back for a pretty fun closer, so. Noticed an interesting pattern in the Weezer catalog. In the 90s, after making 2 great albums, Weezer decided for their third outing to strip away almost all personality and heartfelt lyricism in favor of a radio-friendly, dare I say, soulless sound. Now in the 2010s, following the surprisingly great Everything Will Be Alright in the End and White Album, this pattern has once again reoccurred. This album was made in 2017, and it's very representative of that. Sonically, it's not the worst album Weezer's made, but it's probably the most bored I've been listening to one. It's an album that's complete, sufficient background music, but trying to devote any attention to it feels like a chore. After my first listen, I had no tracks in mind that were favorite or least favorite. It was all just meh. If anything, pretty much every single track was a 7 out of 10 rating, so at least you could say it's consistent. It suffers from the same issue as 2000s Weezer, with Rivers writing about very surface-level topics. With no real grit or emotion, it's trying to be something it's not, which historically has never worked for Weezer. Pretty lame step back into overly mainstreamness, which is something I already know will persist with the Teal album. Favorite songs, Beach Boys, Happy Hour. Least favorite song, any other song on this album, rating 68 out of 100. Scathing. But from what I understand, what I've heard from other people about that album, probably not altogether undeserving. Yeah, this is kind of just, like, reinforced my thought that I might just, like, skip Pacific Daydream. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to say I've listened to the entire Weezer catalog, but, do I need to listen to Pacific Daydream? I've gotten quite a bit out of the Weezer catalog. My dog won't shut the fuck up. No! I fed and walked you twice. Oh my fuck. I don't know why that's been happening so much. Like, I hit that bumper really low. Alright. I think I'm gonna go 3 more attempts and call it there. Kind of a shame, because I never really felt like I was truly able to lock back in after the really good run earlier, but it was also a really good run, so I can't truly be upset about the progress today. I just don't want to have to keep coming up with more titles for 6B. I've got nothing left. The vault is empty, other than, like, the very generic one that you suggested a while back, CD. Which I'm fine using for this. But, like, I almost wanted to save it for 7B, because I know that's going to be even longer of a process. Alright, this is last attempt. The first 2 of my final 3 attempts were pretty dog shit. Yeah. It wasn't gonna happen, I fear. I fear it was never gonna happen this time. Well, I know. You know what? Okay. I still think this was a hugely successful stream. We got the first full deathless run of the final 2 checkpoints together. Huge, amazing. That means that I have done the this level deathless in 2 separate segments, which is a pretty good achievement, I think. We had my biggest distance PB in a long fucking time. At least at the beginning, before I kind of locked out, I was getting quite a few segment 3 entrances. Like, it was going pretty well. Definitely the latter half of this stream, I was pretty locked out. But in spite of that, I'd still say this was a really great stream for progress. I'd say we are now, like, comfortably within striking distance of the Golden Berry. You never know with these things, it still could take a few more streams to get it, but I am cautiously optimistic. I think we are in a pretty good place at this point. With that said, let me just go through some stream schedule stuff real quick. I will maybe be back tomorrow night for Yakuza. If it doesn't work out tomorrow night, I'll probably try again on Friday night. If I do manage to get the Yakuza stream in tomorrow night, there's a chance that I'll try to start Portal up on Friday, but no guarantees there. As for next week, the tentative plan is currently either a Monday or Tuesday afternoon Celeste stream, a Wednesday Yakuza stream, and then either a Thursday afternoon or Friday evening Portal stream. Yeah. I think that's about all I have planned at the moment. So I want to thank Sunset of 7,000 attempts. Okay. I like it, though, CD. I like it. Sunset of 7,000 attempts. I will say, I feel like it's possible that that one could also work for, like, here. Return to map. Ouch. Because we're at about, we're closing in on 5,000 attempts right now. So, like, that one's another one that might be good to save for 7, because let's be so fucking for real. Like, it is absolutely possible that I clock 7,000 attempts on Chapter 7. Like, given how 6 is going, let's be so for real. That it's not inconceivable. So I'm good for now. I'm probably gonna keep that in my back pocket for a Celeste stream that's for a level that's even fucking worse. But I do like that, and I will keep that in the vault, CD. I will absolutely keep that in the vault. All right. I think that is just about everything I had for today. So I want to thank everyone so much for watching. We had Amy and Figure over on YouTube side. We had 10 months, exactly. Just let that one simmer. We had CD, Orca, and Pumpkin, I think, over on YouTube side. But I believe that is just about it. So thank you all so much for dropping by. I really appreciate you sticking around. If I missed you or if you were lurking, I still appreciate you so much. But with that, I think I shall bid you all adieu and see you all next time. Ciao!